corporeal punishments. I want to tell you about the only friend I've had all my life. I haven't been a good friend. I would not speak to anyone who treated me like this, and she has had times where she hasn't communicated with me with a civil tongue for months or years. She always comes back to me, though, and does my bidding, ever faithful. I've been learning more these last few years, but I still have a long way to go. When we were little, we were always together, playing, exploring, and learning new things together. Sometimes we learned what she wanted to know, and sometimes we learned what I wanted to. There was joy for both of us for a while. Then something happened. A lot of somethings happened. She was hurt and neglected and shamed, and I abandoned her too. For many years, we only spoke when I wanted her to do something for me. I focused on my own needs, neglecting her just as others had done. She did what I asked of her, even when I pushed her unreasonably and rarely complained. I valued myself over her, taking the best for myself and giving her whatever was left over. I left her open and vulnerable. I sneered and resented her for her needs. When we were in school, I gained a bit of acceptance even when she was abused and teased incessantly. I could do nothing to alleviate this. I didn't have the tools. I struggled alone all through school. Later, we both married. It was bad for both of us. I didn't listen to her even though she was often sick, and I continued to fail to give her what she needed from me. I was weak too, feeling asleep most of the time and not very good at satisfying my own needs either. We went through childbirth together. It was hard for both of us, but I never forgave her for being different after the experience. I compared her to the magazines, the pretty women on the streets, and my friends. She never measured up. Even when other people told me they liked her, I didn't believe them. I knew people took advantage of her. Sometimes I would use her to gain an advantage myself or satisfy some need I had. It took a long time for me to realize how valuable she is to me. I always felt that she was against me, as well she should be, considering the treatment I gave her. She has always come back to me, though, and with kind treatment she responds, and after a bit of coaxing, she sometimes has the exuberance of youth. Now I need to balance my needs with hers. As we get older, there is less time for bullshit. When either of us gets sick, it is serious. I don't let anyone use her. If she enjoys something, I encourage her. I try to see her as beautiful, even after years of conditioning to the contrary. There's less pressure on us these days. We've passed beyond the self-consciousness of childhood and young adulthood. One of the problems with listening to her is that she can be very persistent, to distraction about what she needs. I have to understand and honor those needs. She honors mine often, with few murmurs of dissent. Sometimes she gets me in trouble. She is contrary and goes against my wishes. That is okay too. I think I can accept that. It verifies that we're both alive and entitled to our opinions. It is taking me less time to hear her. She speaks softly sometimes and has to repeat herself often, but I'm learning. She makes me look at things differently. She insists that I admit vulnerability. She will commit mutiny to make a point. She has been my friend for my whole life. I am just beginning to